What's up, guys? Welcome back to the walkthrough. We are here in Sinner's Rise. We're going to get through this whole area in this episode, so let us begin. First things first, there's going to be an item back here. Pick it up carefully. You don't want to fall off the ledge there. Large soul of a lost undead, I believe it was. We're going to head back down the ladder. And there's going to be an enemy down here in the corner next to another item. One of the guys in there might ambush you. Hit the wall there. There we go. Human effigy. And there are some enemies in here as well. 3 of them. These guys firing their crossbows at you. Oh, he actually hit me. That's a shame. All good though. Before we head down the elevator, we want to light our torch. Make sure not to accidentally rest at the bonfire. Actually, well, we did light the sconce next to the bonfire, so it's probably easier just to light it there so you don't accidentally rest at the bonfire and respawn the enemies. So we'll light this one here and go back down. It is important to light your torch here. There's actually a critical step that impacts the boss we're going to fight. So now we go down the elevator. There's actually a drop off towards the bottom that will allow you to get an item. So be watching out for that, because we're going to basically see that item down there. You pretty much just have to step off the elevator. Not too soon, because you don't want to fall too far and take damage. Get some lacerating knives there. All right. So now we want to drop to the bottom. We're going to light this here. And this is for Lucatiel. We're not going to summon her yet because we're going to kill all the enemies here first, and then we're going to summon her because we need her for the boss for her quest. So this is an example in Dark Souls of where a regular enemy, or rather where what was once a boss becomes a regular enemy, and we really need to preserve our health. So this is a little bit cheesy, but he cannot get through this doorway. This is a Flexile Sentry. And so what we're going to do is we're going to cheese him because we want to preserve our health as much as possible. And we don't want him... We don't want to use a bunch of healing right now. And this guy will eat through your health if you're not careful. So I'm going to use all of my fireballs on him. I wish I was doing a little bit more damage, but it is what it is. It's better than nothing. And I'm probably... You can attack with your weapon as well up close. So what you want to do, if you want to attack with your weapon, you want to bait his attack. Come on, you gonna hit me? There we go. Wait till he's done with his combo and then get a hit in. Whoops, or not, or whiff. All right, be careful not to get hit. Oh, yeah, as I say that, I always jinx myself. And you see, this guy's got a ton of HP. Alternatively, you got a bunch of arrows. You can spam them. I mean, these arrows are doing pretty much as much as the fire bombs were. Where you going, bud? I'm right back. If I can get out of this with just using like a heal miracle and a life gem, that's a huge win. Having all your Estus after this encounter is pretty important because you want to make sure that you're in good shape for the boss fight. Because the thing about this guy is he does respawn. So, dang it, I'm going to take a hit here, maybe. Yep. So even if you take him out here, he does respawn. If he didn't respawn, I would be all for taking him out normally and then just resting at the bonfire, but no such luck, unfortunately. Almost got him. So yeah, definitely not ashamed of this cheese here. The game cheeses you, so every once in a while, you gotta cheese the game. And not apologize for it. Okay. So that's the Flexile Sentry. I'm going to heal up real quick. I use one heal miracle and then I'll pop a life gem. There we go. So we got the Blossom Kite Shield. This is actually going to be my shield for pretty much the rest of the game unless I'm fighting something that I want to parry. Reason being is because this shield gives you a passive buff. You see that there at the bottom, effect stamina recovery. So I'm going to throw this on. And there's one of these shields in pretty much every Dark Souls game. And I always wear it. It's almost as if you have an additional accessory slot. We do have the Chloranthy ring on, which also gives us a stamina recovery buff, but they do stack. So having both of them on at the same time does help. So over here, there's a secret door. You want to be extremely careful because you can fall off the edge here and die. If you're worried about it, you can light a torch and you'll see the edge a lot better. But alternatively, you could just follow this path. Do not go further than this item. You'll probably fall off. We got the Northern Ritual Band. I forget what that does. Northern Ritual Band does increases spell usages, but reduces HP. So not a trade-off that I want. But again, when you walk out there, be very careful. Really hug this wall and don't go any further than an item because you will fall off to your death and be mad. You have to fight that Flexile Sentry again. So over here we have a large soul of a nameless soldier. And up here, we're going to take the stairs to the left. There's a few enemies in here. Watch out. As they come to you, just take them out. You want to clear this area out before summoning Lucatiel because you don't want Lucatiel to take a huge loss to her HP before the boss fight because, again, she has to survive the boss fight for it to count. If you bring her in and she dies to the boss, you have to quit out and rest at a bonfire to respawn her summon. So here's another spot for the Bastille key. This guy's chilling. You can fight him or not. I'm going to leave him be. Get a fire seed in there. The fire seeds level up your pyromancy flame. In here, I believe there is a invisible hollow. There we go. And this is another door that we need the Bastille key for. So as I said, that key is really important. And this gets us past. If you don't have the Bastille key, you technically don't need it because you can unlock the gate down there. But since we have it, you know, you can use it. We have the key. So now we need to light our torch so we can light the brazier over there. And it'll help us. I'm going to go on and summon Lucatiel so I don't have to worry about backtracking to get her. We've pretty much done most of what we need to do. There's maybe a few more enemies in there, but nothing that's really going to be cause for concern. All right, come on in. And we're going to light the brazier all the way in the back. And then we're going to sweep the rest of this area. And then go to the boss. So as I said, you can open this gate right there. We don't really need to, so we're just going to stick to this path. Now that we've lit that, we can put our torch back. Okay. Make sure Lucatiel's following here. Come on. She gets stuck. I don't want her to despawn. Can you climb the ladder? No? All right, well then I'm going to open the gate for you. There we go. And I got blown up. Oh geez, don't blow me up again. I don't want to die. Lucatiel took that hit, which, let me check her HP real quick. Yeah, that ambush was not good. She's fine. She's fine. She'll be all right. All right. Mind the exploders. Just kind of doing a sweep. Let's see. I'm going to start up top. We can open up this gate too. And we can do it. I'm going to pop a heal here. Okay, in here, there's another summon sign. If you want to, I'm not going to summon another person in here. Yeah, nothing in here. Just checking to make sure got all of our bases covered. And I think we're good. So back down here, there is some loot. Or is it? Which? It's in this cell. Yeah, I was getting turned around there. Okay. So we got a Soul of Proud Knight and a Pharaoh's Lockstone. Very important to get that. It's like I knew there's one more thing down here. Okay, there we go. There it is. All right, so now go all the way across the bridge. And before you go in, this is the boss. We're not going to fight the boss yet. We have to do something first. Actually, well, I forgot. I got to light the torch to do what we were going to do. My bad. So yeah, come back here, light your torch. All the way at the end, we'll go up to the right side first. Could have used a flame butterfly, but oh well. I lit that thing back there, so might as well use it. And you need to use the Bastille key for these. Got an item right here. And what you can do is you can set the light here, and this is going to light up the boss room. Because if you don't do this, you'd be fighting the boss in the dark, and it is much harder to do in the dark. And she is quite difficult, especially in the dark. You can't really lock on, and it's a pain. So definitely do this, and we want to do the other side as well. So got the item down there. And we're going to do the same thing in here. Set the light. Then we can put our torch away. And this is the Lost Sinner. And again, you need Lucatiel to survive. And Lucatiel's pretty good at taking the aggro here. This boss can be a bit tough. She hits really hard. And can be quite aggressive. So having Lucatiel for this fight's actually quite helpful. Because Lucatiel is going to divert a lot of the aggro. She knocks out the light, but since we did our due diligence beforehand, we still got light in here. All right, so I'm going to back away, kind of let her get on Lucatiel. Triple hit combo there. You see, we're doing really solid damage. Unfortunately, I did not get away in time, so I took a little bit of a shot there. I got 6 Estus flasks, so I'm going to use them. So kind of beating up on Lucatiel there. But that leaves us an opening. Lucatiel getting pancaked, but again, that offers us a lot of opportunities ourselves to hit. And Lucatiel ain't no slouch herself. She does some pretty decent damage. So yeah, the Lost Sinner, when she's on you and gets hits, she hits pretty hard. So you gotta watch out. And she moves really fast too. So again, you can see how doing this fight in the dark can be problematic. Lucatiel taking a lot of hits. Kind of getting low on her HP. So we need to make sure she doesn't die here. Otherwise, we're going to have to restart the fight. You see, when I try to close in for hits, she backs away really quick. But she just left herself open for a lot of damage there. And I should be able to get her here. Ooh, Lucatiel might finish her. Nope. All right. That's it. And Lucatiel survived, so we're good. So that's 2 of the 3 boss fights we need to summon Lucatiel for her quest. We got a lot of souls. And again, Lucatiel's quest is tied to a trophy, which is why we are so diligent about making sure we fulfill the requirements to complete her quest. So in here we got another fragrant branch of yore and Elizabeth mushroom. Elizabeth mushroom, I believe, is kind of like a life gem, but restores more HP. And we have arrived at our first primal bonfire. First of 4. So now we got quite a bit of leveling up to do.
You have acquired the soul. That is more than most undead can.
So we've acquired a soul of an old one. So the thing is, the souls of the old ones actually happen to kind of correspond to the Lord souls from Dark Souls 1. So as I mentioned earlier in the playthrough, the world of Dark Souls is very cyclical. And there are, just as there are 4 old ones in this game, those correspond to the 4 Lord souls that you get in the first game. So it's kind of like they're handed down through the generations almost. Let's see. So we're going to level up. And let's take our ADP up a couple ticks here. And I said I wanted to get another attunement slot, so we'll get that. And then we'll work on getting that intelligence up. I don't think we can upgrade anything right now, weapons-wise, but I'm going to check just in case. I don't think we got another... We did not get another Twinkling Titanite, I'm almost certain. Yeah, we did not. Sad day.
Don't waste my time.
Okay, one thing we need to do is we've killed a few invaders, so we want to check in with our Covenant guy to collect rewards. As you level up your Covenants, and in this case, you level up your Covenant by killing invaders, you can get some rewards. So our devotion has deepened, and we gained a rank. So we got the Bloodbite ring as a result.
May you find...
Bloodbite ring increases bleeding resistance. All right, very nice. So now we are going to go somewhere new. Is this where I wanted to go? I think it is. Yes. Okay. We got a couple NPCs we're going to deal with here. Both of them are important. Both of them have trophies attached to them. This is Ben Hart.
Have you business with me? The way you're under is all blocked up, you see. By this. Heavens above. Oof, I'm in quite... See that statue? Gives me that... it just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen around these but... Hey, you don't think a real life... See that statue? Hey.
And those of you who are Souls veterans should recognize that sword that he's carrying. And here we got a life gem. Some life gems and homeward bones. Back here, watch out for the enemy. Some Lloyd's talismans. So now, here we have an NPC that we can use a fragrant branch on. We just picked one up. And this is an NPC. Do not attack her. She's important. This is Rosabeth.
I've been petrified. Give me... I'm fine. No. Thank you so much. Oh. You're that trap? I still haven't thanked... Well, I'm quite... So perhaps...
All right, she gives us a reward.
I was attacked and turned to
Not much of one.
I think. I owe you my life. Oh, I feel shameful. I hate to burden you further, but just look at me. Do you have any clothing? I'll take anything.
She needs clothes.
Whatever you don't need. Anything at all. Just put it on the ground.
Okay, so she can reinforce our pyromancy flame. We picked up that fire seed. We have one. So we can level up our pyromancy flame. She also sells some stuff. Nothing that we're particularly interested in right now. So we're not going to pick anything up. She actually sells a few of the fire seeds. We do not need to buy them from her. There's enough in the game for us to pick them up, not waste souls on. We can give equipment. All she needs is a like a chest piece. So we can give her any of these and this will fulfill her quest. I'll go on and give her the Archdrake robes. If you don't have anything in your inventory, you can go to the merchant back in Majula and buy something from him. And again, you don't need to give her a full set. You just need to give her kind of the top. And that's for a trophy. And she's going to be recruited back to Majula. She's one of the NPCs that you need back in Majula for another trophy later.
I have my very own teacher. His name is Carillion of the Fold. I was fascinated by sorcery when he set out for... But we were separated. I'm rather unskilled, but oddly, I'm a fast... What we're fascinated by, and we're skilled at, are not always the same thing. Why can't I just Oh dear, it's hardly... I have my... His name... I was... When...
Okay.
Wait. I'm going back. I hope we can meet again.
Okay, perfect.
Be safe.
Go back and talk to him.
What? Clearing the way was you doing, was it? Didn't think you had it in you. No. That's not like it sounds, no. Name's Ben Hart. Thanks to you, if we share the same path, I'll repay my debt to you and back. The road ahead's gonna be long. It's a true man who honour, I swear it.
All right, so we can learn a gesture from him. Very important for the gesture trophy. And his quest line is similar to Lucatiel. Now we need to summon him for a few boss battles in order to fulfill his quest and get the trophy at the end. So for now, I'll learn the gesture. Very important.
It's a true man, I swear it.
All right, and she's going to go back to Majula, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so for now, I'll pull the lever. And this is going to trigger an ambush. All these guys are going to come out. So be ready for it. Oh, geez. I'm poisoned. That's bad. Should have been more careful. And even better, we're about to fight some basilisks. As if this wasn't enough. I got killed by the poison. And we were just about to get to a bonfire, too. That's the sad part. I was being really reckless there. That's not the bonfire we want. We're going to go back to Majula. And we'll go check on Rosabeth to see if she has arrived back in Majula yet. She is around here. So I don't think she's back yet. All right, so let's go back to where we were before. My bad. Stuff happens in these games. Thing is we were right next to a bonfire too. And then to get Rosabeth to move, I think if you just rest at the bonfire, she'll move. But since I died, I think that's going to kind of accomplish the same thing. Oh, nope, she's not there. All right. Try this again. Okay. Trying to be a little bit more careful here. Then, of course, the basilisks come in, join the party. All right, there we go. Much better. One of them's still alive, but we're not poisoned. So there's that. All right. So in this room, is our bonfire that we barely missed out on. Don't need to rest at it. Okay, in this room. Estus flask shard, very important. And then it is a... Oh, there's an item over there. Oh, 2 items that got dropped. Longsword, don't need it. And a faint stone. All right. So up here, there's some more stuff. It's kind of tricky. You gotta sort of jump at an angle to get to the spot. They don't make it easy. We're gonna go over here. There's a little dwarf in this room. He's hostile, so you gotta take him out. Okay. And that's it for in here. A couple of the rooms you noticed, but nothing really in them. You can do the same thing to get over here. You want to check it out. There's just a guy in there. Same for in here. If your curiosity demands that you look everywhere. All right, so now we're going to go back down. I'm going to pop a heal real quick. We're not going to go all the way through this area, but we're going to get to another bonfire. All right. Got some more dudes. Fading soul. Watch out. This is kind of like an ambush spot. I don't want to suffer the same fate to these at the hands of these people that I did earlier. There we go, doing better this time. And up here we got a Pharaoh's Lockstone. More baddies. Take these guys out with pyromancy. Since they all want to attack me at once. Sadly, there's no splash damage on the pyromancy attacks. This is just a regular fireball. It's not a big fireball. But it gave me enough of an edge. Heal up again. All right, Silver Proud Knight, that's the actual item. These are random drops from, well, that one was a random drop, the life gem, and then the human effigy. Okay, and this is what we came all the way out here for, is this bonfire. We're going to be warping to it later. This is kind of a split path that takes us to important places later. But since we use that fragrant branch to get the pyromancy lady, makes sense just to go on and come here. And it's possible when you walk through here to get a Forlorn invasion. I have not been invaded by Forlorn yet, which is kind of surprising, but it's possible to get one in there, which is why I just wanted to check to see if it would happen, but it did not, sadly. All right, now we're gonna go back to Majula. We have an Estus Flask shard. Perhaps can level up one more time. I'm gonna check on the pyromancy. There she is. She has returned.
Oh,
And she's clothed.
I'm here.
There we go.
You even were. The only thing I can offer is pyro.
So you can still give her more equipment if you want. Or even force your pyromancy flame, and she sells the same items as before. So
Be safe.
there you have it. So before we forget, let us give our Estus Flask shard power up the
Is that a
flask.
shop? Here to see light. However,
And see if we can level up one more time. Might be just a bit short. Yeah, we're like 1,500 short. But we can fix that. Boss soul wise, we do not need the Soul of a Lost Sinner for any spells, so I'm going to go ahead and use that for 25,000. And then the Belfry Gargoyle Soul, we do not need that for anything, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that. So I'm going to get more levels than I bargained for, really.
bearer, seek, lest.
All right, so we did get that third attunement slot. The spell that we want will require, I think, 16 intelligence. So we're almost there. Pop another soul item to get there. Need like 700-ish. Because we're gonna get the spell that I'm going for at the very beginning of the next episode. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for here. Use one of these. Still got plenty of soul items in the inventory.
Bearer, seek, lest.
All right, there we go. So I believe the spell we want requires 16 int, 14 faith. And so that's pretty much that. Build is coming along nicely. And as for now, that's going to do it for this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Next time, we're going to pick up in a new area. Have ourselves a lot of fun. So appreciate y'all. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.